Hi guys, Daz here with another of my 1 week later comic book recaps, and this time it's episode 5. Today I'm going to be discussing books that came out on December the 12th, 2018. Big shout out to comicsheatingup.net for providing a lot of this information. So like I say, welcome to another installment. Let's get into the DC books to start with. And although it sold out online with most retailers, Detective Comics Cover B, this one here guys, the Mark Brooks. I was unable to find this one. I passed on the regular cover recently, but I do believe it has a first appearance in it. Well, that one didn't do too badly. There was one copy that sold for $19.95 with free shipping, but it was labelled as a limited variant. Bit sad whoever bought that, as we just know is a B cover. But other than that, slightly over cover, but they are starting to die back down now to regular price. There were sets of the A and B selling around the $10 range, but not much profit if you're looking to flip those books. Of course, there was a lot of Batman Dans, but it was so heavily ordered this time around, and you can still find them online and in your LCSs. Marvel books. And there was one that did pretty well. It sold out online with most retailers, and that was Black Order #2. This is the John Tyler Christopher variant, and it supposedly has a lot of first appearances. I kind of regretted buying the book when I first got it, but apparently it's doing okay now. They're selling around the $7 to $8 mark, but you know, they're not mind blowing, but even still, it's a great cover, and I think this is going to be a solid $7 to $8 book going forward. I think the first issue is now a $10 book on the secondary market. So, yeah, that's the Black Order. Doing okay. Now, moving on, we had the Defenders Silver Surfer issue 1 come out. And the book that is a must-have is the scan variant. And this is the scan variant, guys. Now, this is out of a lot of our price ranges. I think it's a 1 in 25, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't even get the opportunity to purchase one. I may well have done if I had the chance. That book there, it reached as high as $89.99 with pre-sales. There was several more that went over the $50 mark. But it's now settling down, but it is still a $27 to $35 book with most recent sales. And if nothing else, it's an awesome looking cover, isn't it? There was also a remastered John Buscema variant, but that was this was $170 or more variant for most retailers. It's sold out at most online retailers. One went at $199.99, and another, incredibly, shop was selling it at $279.99. So if you've got the dollar and you love the cover, that's the book for you. But like I say, there's a lot of us that are watching our cash a little bit with Christmas coming up. So fingers crossed you can hopefully come across it at a later date for a much cheaper price. This was a book that's done okay. This is the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, and this is issue 313, and it is an animation variant. Now this is a bit of a winner because by all accounts this is a 1 in 10 book, a 1 in 10 incentive. Okay, and it reached as high as $25. Now the cheapest listing currently is $15.50. They're asking for bids on that. But now some are surfacing up at $29.99. Obviously it's due to the movie that the variants are spiking, and after the initial price it's expected to come down to around the $10 mark. But if you found it for cover price, you know, and you can find these incentives for cover. I've told you before, I found the 1 in 100, I think it was, Justice League 8 sketch variant for cover price on my shelf in my LCS. £4. So it can be done, guys. Just got to get yourself out there. Now another book from Marvel. I'm starting to look into Star Wars books a little bit more. And this was the Star Wars Han Solo Imperial Cadet issue 2, the Martin variant. Again, never even saw this book in my LCS. And I went to 2. No joy for me. Pretty cool TIE Fighter cover there. What can I tell you about this? It hasn't seen a whole lot of love on this secondary market like other Star Wars incentive covers. But this one has seen sales as high as $27, but most recently they're around the $15 to $20 range. Not much of a bump up in value if you're buying at retailer incentive prices. There are a few under $10 at auction, and there's certainly ones you want to keep an eye on if you're into the Star Wars books. Now another Marvel title, I believe my good friend Comic Vantage had found me one. This is X-23, and this is issue 7. Now there were 2 covers, A and B. The B is the B is this cover here, obviously, and this is the one that is going for more money. But the A cover is doing pretty well itself, and this was the first appearance of a new character, I believe, a new villain. I think it was a clone of X-23. The regular cover was a beautiful Ashley Witter regular cover, and it was Mike Diodato who did the B variant. Now the B variant is seeing sales at around the $20 to $25 range, while the regular Witter is still a solid $8 book with most recent sales. Not bad if you can find them. Like I say, it's the first appearance of a character, the Ex-Assassin, which we'll find out over time. We'll find out if this character's got any legs. Who knows? You know, we don't get too many characters come out of the X-23 books. So we'll just see. I'm quietly confident. Onto the independent titles. And as you know, I'm a big indie fan. I'm just really getting into my indie books at the moment. That is what I'm enjoying in my hunting at the moment. Well, we're talking a comic now that came from Albatross Comics. And this was Mega Ghost. This is Mega Ghost. And this is the regular cover. Mega Ghost issue 1, this is it. Sold out pretty quickly at most online retailers. And is seeing secondary sales of upwards of around $20 for this one. The limited Powell variant. Yeah, I've got both the regular and the variant. I picked up 2 sets actually. The regular variant peaked at around the $10 price. So that one's around the $10. And but it is expected to come down slightly. But I think the Powell book is the one to have for sure. I think it was limited between 300 and 500 copies for this one. And Powell has got quite a good following. So yeah, if you can find the Powell one in particular, get on board with Mega Ghost. Now, wow, a book that has just been blowing us away, a company that has been blowing us away. And that is Punchline from Antarctic Press. Now, this was hard to find. My LCSs didn't have any. I went to Bristol a while back for issue 1, and in 2 of the biggest shops in Bristol, which is probably the 3rd biggest city in the UK, I found just 1 regular copy of Punchline 1, which of course I snagged straight away. Issue 2 was equally as hard to find by all accounts, and I managed to find one on a place from space on eBay. Bit of a UK seller there, and it came out as soon as it was announced. It came out with an £8.99 price point, which I'm not too happy about, but it is good because I got the variant, the cover B, the one that is really selling well. Now, a set of both covers, A and B. And this is the A cover. I don't know whether you can make it out. That's the A cover to punchline number 2. Now, a set of those 2 books have been going for $75, which is insane. And the cover A sold for $25 on its own. That's just the regular cover A. Now, take this with a pinch of salt because a regular cover A has just recently gone for cover price. But I'm not sure we're seeing the end of the hype. I still expect it to be at least a $10 book. It is the B variant that is the one that's doing the damage. And this is it. This is the B. This is the variant soaring cover. The variant soaring cover. Okay, guys? That's punchline 2. That is a $50 book. It has been as low as about 30, but it's going between 30 and 50, so it's a lovely book. And for £8.99, I cannot complain. Happy days. And finally, a book again. 2 books to go. First up, again from Antarctic Press, I managed to find issue 1, No Joy, with issue 2, and I'm sad about that because the first one, the art was fantastic. The storyline, so-so. I was going to give it another go. I have pre-ordered it. Whether it comes again, that is Star's End from Antarctic Press. Probably living off the hype of Rags and Punchline, but the issue 1 is still a pretty hot book, around the $15 mark. I managed to find 2 of those. Issue 2 peaked at around $14.99 and another at $9.99. So, you know, they are settling down though. They are coming down back towards cover price for the issue 2. I will probably grab one when I get a chance. The final book I'm going to show you is another one from Antarctic Press. This sold out well at most retailers. And it was just, it was a hard book to find on the shelves. I didn't find it on the shelves. Again, I had to order it on eBay. But I got it for £3.40, cheapest chips. There's only one sale to be found at the moment, and that is $14.99. Others have been valued at around the $9.99, but they haven't had any bites as yet, I don't think. They're expecting it to settle down between the $8 and the $10 range, and that is from Antarctic Press, guys. That is Team Mobile. Team Mobile. Haven't read it yet, can't tell you much about it. But that's the roundup, guys. Pretty conclusive this week. Again, indie books are leading the way, in my opinion. And again, I try to stay away from the incentives because when I'm doing my podium spots, my top 3 books of the week, because not everybody has got the coin to splash out on these big incentives. So my 3 books of the week, I am going to go with X23, the B variant, as my 3rd place spot this week. This is my 3rd place spot. X23, the B variant from Diodato, I believe. My silver medal this week goes to Mega Ghost, the B variant or the limited variant from Powell. Again, you could get this cheap if you were in the right place, but it was a hard book to get hold of. And my, of course, gold medal goes to, once again, Punchline issue 2. So that's it, guys. That's Daz over and out. Take care. Bye for now.